We go from one legend to another and one friend to another. J.K. Simmons is the Academy Award-winning actor and star of so many things, from the Batman films to banging drums on and throwing drumsticks. He is a huge Tigers fan. He's got a massive Detroit connection, but most of all, he is one of the most generous and down-to-earth guys I've ever met, and he's joining us right now on the Radiothon. J.K. Simmons, how you doing?
Hey, Mitch.
Where are we catching you? You're usually in Budapest or someplace like that.
You know what? Budapest is one of the places on the list. Every time I get a script that's shooting in Budapest, I hope it's good because my wife and I want to go there. But no, I'm in Savannah, Georgia, a delightful little town. But
Sure
it ain't Budapest. But I'm doing a movie with an emerging young filmmaker. I don't know if you would have heard of him, a guy named Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, he's on his way.
I think he's going to be something, yeah.
Yeah. So, a couple more films and he might have a career, yeah.
How
does it feel to work with a guy who's, what is he now, 91, 92?
He's 93 and a half.
93 and a half. Wow. You must feel like a child.
Yeah, and it's such a nice feeling for me.
That's all right. I'm looking to work with people like that too. Yeah. We should all work with 93-year-olds. That's a remarkable thing that he's still directing and still got all that creative energy.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a remarkable guy in many ways. And this is my first time. My first time I met him was my first day on set. And
wow.
He's just a delightful and kind and gentle and funny guy. People don't know Clint's funny. He's funny.
And a jazz lover.
And that too, like a really accomplished musician. That's another thing a lot of people don't know about him.
Yeah. What do we know the name of the film, or what? Can you tell us what it's about?
It's a courtroom drama. It's called Juror Number 2. I played Juror Number 4.
So you don't come in until later.
Yeah. Kind of a cameo. But it's as Clint, he always gets a great cast. It's a really good bunch of actors. And right now, this week, all of us on the jury, including Nicholas Hoult, who plays the titular character, we're basically background actors, what we used to call extras. And then next week we get to actually be part of we get to actually have dialogue. This week we're listening to Toni Collette and Chris Messina and Gabriel Basso and Amy Aquino do their lawyer and judge thing. Yeah, it's a great cast.
Wow, that's a fantastic cast. What a wonderful thing. I'm sure it must have been frustrating to go through the strike period because J.K. Simmons works like you got 6 movies at a time, and did everything come to a grinding halt? And did you have was that the reason you grew the beard? And did you discover new meaning in your life during your forced time off from work?
I mean, the silver lining of the strike, which was obviously, an economic disaster for a lot of people. And it was the actors who were on strike, but the caterers are out of work. The guys that washed cars on the studio lot are out of work. It was the negative trickle-down effect was really devastating to a lot of people. So I'm glad we're all back at work now. For me personally, it was kind of a nice vacation, really, and I was able to just spend a lot of time with my wife and kids, and that becomes increasingly precious as our kids are 25 and 22 now. And right now, they're home taking care of Mom, who's recovering from the inevitable foot surgery that all Broadway dancers end up having to have at some point. So, love you guys.
It's either that or a hip replacement.
Yeah, it's
that might be next for both of us, but we don't need to get into that list.
I see the Tigers cap that you're wearing, and I want to point out that for the last 2 years and going forward, J.K., working through us with Say Detroit and Rosie in particular, has sent hundreds of kids to Tigers games, gets them tickets, gets them concessions, food, transportation, does it very quietly, and just provides for kids from Marseille Play Center frequently and from all over the city to go and see the Tigers. And I want to salute you for that, because you're not getting any attention for it except maybe what I just said, and I know you didn't want me to say it, but I am, because I believe in acknowledging good works by good people, and you're a good guy, and you've done some amazing work. And for that, J.K. Simmons, Simmons,
Yes.
we have John Pizzarelli, the great jazz musician. So I was hoping. Well, don't hope too hard, because, you know, he writes these like 5 minutes before you come on. But we have a little song for you.
Yeah, it also starts in the middle. In Savannah, he's been gigging with Clinton Eastwood. In Savannah, he's a juror. We know that he'll be real good. J.K. Simmons, J.K. Simmons. What else can we rhyme with J.K. Simmons? Yellow M&M guy once threw a drum. Bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. He's number one among all others.
Yes. You are, J.K. You are to us.
Well, we know that wasn't prepared ahead of time, because, you know,
No.
who knew I was going to talk about juror number 11 or whatever I am.
No, I have to look at a corner of my eye and see if the pen is down in order to say, can we go to him, you know? JK, anything that we can offer up as an incentive here to try to, we're trying to break our all-time record last year, which you and many others helped us achieve, which was 1.8 million in a day. And we have more programs than ever, and sadly, we have more need than ever. Chad Audi from the Detroit Rescue Mission sitting right to my right, and the number of homeless, the number of we just had our Michigan veterans on, where homeless veterans go to get their lives turned around. They just had their budget cut by 60%. Yeah. So instead of 104 beds, they only have 40 beds. It's crazy. The need grows and the funding gets smaller. It's insane. So we need to try to raise as much money as we can today. Anything you want to toss on the pile that you got?
Yeah,
might raise
absolutely.
Money?
In addition to making a donation and encouraging my friends to do that in the remaining hours today, I'd love to have, speaking of, as you were earlier, our program that we're working with you and Rosie and everybody to bring kids to Tigers games. We're expanding that this year, and I would love to offer up a Tigers game with me, probably one or both of my kids. I'd like to treat somebody and their family, let's say family of 4, to a Tigers game with me.
Wow.
And don't know when yet, because the schedule is up in the air.
We'll say mutually agreeable.
We'll figure out a time yeah. I was going to start to expound on that, but I have no idea.
I think mutually agreeable covers everything.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Oh, that would be
fantastic. Little Buddy's Pizza before or after the game, maybe.
Oh, so I can go to a baseball game with J.K. Simmons and see the Tigers and have a piece of pizza as well. That's fantastic for 4 people, up to 4 people. Fantastic. That'll fetch us a lot of money, I'm sure. JK, you're an ace, man. Congratulations on this wonderful film project and being back to work. Great to see you. Thank you for caring for Detroit.
The guy does a pretty good Fred Mertz, too.
And he does a good Fred Mertz. Great to see you. God bless you. Thank you, JK.
You too, Mitch.
How about it,
Take
folks?
care.
JK Simmons helping us out. 855-955-GIVE, 855-955-4483, or Mitch Albom, Radiothon.com on the web.